Hello everybody and welcome to another general vlog video. Today we're back in the shed to tiny house and we're going to finish up the insulation. Then the insulation will be done downstairs only, not upstairs. I got a temporary box set up there for my upstairs wiring. I got to figure out what I'm going to do there. But for right now we got to leave all of this because that's my temporary wiring. We got to leave all of that but we can insulate behind it. And I think I'm ready to go. So let me get everything all set up over here. Here's my table that I put my insulation on to cut it. It's pretty well cleaned. I got to finish getting some stuff off of it. Move this heater. And let's get some work done to this place. Alright, and just like that, that wall is done. So here we go. I mean, that's... Oh, I see one staple I forgot to staple. Alright, so that leaves us with that end wall. I've got some scraps and stuff left I'm going to use. And I did end up using some scraps over down in there somewhere. So that's just basically it. Still got my temporary wire there. So, goodness. I tell you what. I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing that I'm going to recommend that you guys do. Do as I say, not as what you see. Wear a mask when you're doing insulation. I've noticed I've been coughing quite a bit. Probably getting insulation down in my lungs, and I've got this a little bit more to go. I don't have a mask. You can't find masks right now, people. But maybe by the time I get upstairs and start doing that, mask will be readily available again, and I can get me a mask. If not, I think I'm just going to do this number, which is what I'm going to do when I finish up this wall. Maybe it'll help a little bit. So other than that, I mean, I've got to get this this wall here done from here over to there. This is all stapled in and ready to go. I got my two plug boxes sticking through. I've got my breaker box sticking through, of course. So I think we're going to get this done, and I think I got enough down from upstairs. I had to open up a new bundle. Hopefully I'll have enough to get this done, and then I'll take all my scraps, put them in a bag, and throw them up there. And tomorrow or the next day, whenever I make it back over here again, I'm going to have to start putting plugs in and everything where I can check all my wiring, get all my wiring put in, all my nail plates put in, everything buttoned up and done. That way I can switch the temporary over to permanent power and have that done. And as you can see, we've got the underground wiring to go all the way. It's already been hooked up and everything. It's just the breaker's not blown or not thrown or whatever you want to call it. So I'll be able to hook all of that up, hook all the shed up in it, and then go in there and trip the breaker or reset the breaker, and come in here and make sure that everything's perfect, that we've got power at every plug, that we're not draining any power anywhere, and we'll kind of go from there. So let's get this last wall insulated. Okay, I decided to change something. I told you guys in past videos I was going to do, and then I thought I was going to get by with not having to do it, but I did it. Went ahead and added a 2x4 under here. But another thing I want you guys to notice is look at the gap. Let me get a pointing tool. I don't see a pointing tool. We'll just use the scissors here. If you remember this one over on the right, it's gapped here. Well, this one's gapped here. And you can see the difference in the gap between here and here. Now they're going to do everything they can to make this hard on me. And another thing I wanted to also tell you guys is down here in the bottom, I've had to do a lot of cutting. Like, well, now, here, 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 here. These are not full sheets or full width of insulation. Where upstairs, they're going to be. So there'll be less full sheet cutting and just cutting straight across. And I'll get a measurement from down here, and I'll pre-cut everything, lay it all up, half up in here, half up in there, and hopefully the next insulation project won't go, not that this has been bad, but it has been a lot of cutting. You know, when you take this sheet right here, you guys can't see that, can you? When you take this sheet right here, you know, that's not a full piece. So I have to measure my 6 foot up, and then my 10 inches across, or whatever it may happen to be. I do believe that one was 10 inches. I would say, let's see how good my memory is, but I don't see my tape measure, so that shows you how good my memory is. So anyways, there it all is. We're getting ready to get started on this front wall. And once I'm done with this, then that is done. There's no more electrical down here to be run. We just have to start next hooking everything up. I'll probably make 1 or 2 videos on that. And that's going to be basically it until we start doing electrical upstairs, which is just at the most 2 plugs in each room. And 1, maybe 2 lights in each room, but I'm thinking only 1. So it's not going to be much at all. So that being said, let me get some stuff cut for here, and we'll see where we can end up at the end of the day having this all done. Now, like I said, there are going to be wires up here. Like, I won't staple this up here because I'm going to end up pulling this wire back through and putting a new wire in down there. I guess that's all later. Actually, I ought to go ahead. Well, that hole's not big enough for 2. Anyways, that'll all be later down the line. I have to leave my temporary power hooked up or else I've got no power. Okay, well, before I forget it, I do want to go ahead and run this line. I'd lie if I said I haven't already pre-stuck this through that hole to make sure it's going to fit first. Let's get you guys up here where you can see it. So, I'm going to go ahead and run a new line out and stub it out there about 6-8 inches. And then bring it down. And then stick it through this hole about 6 or 8 inches. Well, I wish I'd have seen that, but I didn't. So we'll just kind of jockey them around. All right, now once I get that stapled into there, you guys probably couldn't see a thing I was doing, could you? I'm going to see if I can find some more wire ties or wire staples to do that. And then what'll happen is when this is done, I'll just unhook it right here. This is my temporary power for outside. And I can just pull it that way and it won't interfere with this wire here. So let me tell you why I decided to go ahead and do it. A pretty cool reason is my outside light and my one high box over here, over there, up in there, I don't know, I can't, anyways, and my 2 low boxes for, you know, charging phones or whatever while you're sitting out on the porch, are all run off of one circuit, which is the living room side over there. So now we will have one box up here that will be run off of this wall circuit, which is only 2 plugs. Well, and there is a plug down here. So 3 plugs, which none of those really have a designated reason for being. They might get, 2 of them might get a lamp put on it with a little 30-watt bulb in it. So basically, now I have the options of, okay, I want to run Christmas lights. I want to do it on my porch off this tall box. But yet, I also want to, I'm just throwing this out there because it's not going to happen. I want to put a carport on this side. And this is the side where it would go. And I need a plug out there just in case I need to charge a battery, maybe a plug and a light. I have this circuit outside that I can run it off of. Or if I want to put different kind of Christmas lights up on top of the place and I want to be able to turn them off separately, it's just really going to help. So it made sense for me to put it in. I want to do it before I forgot. I did get the rest of it insulated, as you guys can see down here. I still have to find a couple of scraps to put in at the top. But right now I want to see if I can find some tacks to tack it up with, and I'll be right back. Alright, and just like that, we're done. And yes, people, I use scraps. Would you guys believe that I actually get threatening emails, messages on Facebook that basically say, we're going to stop watching you because you use scraps. And I'm thinking, you know, where I come from, we make a dollar stretch and we use our scraps. But you know what? Then I get to thinking, even if I was a rich man, I'm still going to use them scraps. I was brought up that you don't leave nothing behind. And if me using scraps bothers you so much, then yeah, you probably do need to just unsubscribe and go on. I am so sorry for that. I use scraps. With all that being said, there it is. I mean, I'm all ready for my electrical. I've got a few larger pieces. Oh my God, more scrap that I'm going to, matter of fact, right now, kind of throw up there in the top. And I will be using that. And yes, I even keep them as small as this. And throw that up there too. And then I'm going to clean up and shut all the windows and stuff. As you can hear, Dad's out there mowing right now. Yeah, I've got all my marks down on the floor for where my studs are. So now it's just basically going to be hooking up the real wire, getting everything hooked up, then hooking up the breaker box. And then once it works, unhook the temporary, pull this line that way. I don't want to pull it this way because I can pull that wire back through. So pull this one line right here, pull that back that way. And this all up here can just be disconnected, and all that up there can be pulled out. This down here goes through the ground. So it's going to be pretty simple to do now. So yeah, I've been dreading doing this. I'm tired of itching. So it's time. I got about 5 minutes worth of cleanup. Then I think I'm going to head home and get me some lunch and start making a list of what I need. I do know I still need 1, 2, 3, 4 outside boxes and 2 outside lights. I need to figure out what I'm going to do about lights in here. I need to see how many more boxes I need, how many more. Well, I don't need any more boxes for here. I do for upstairs. But I'm going to figure all that out, make a good material list. So anyways, with that being said, please give this video a thumbs up. Even if you don't like it that I use scraps, just give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below. Tell me how much you hate it that I'm using scrap insulation. No, really don't do that. And like the video. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe. Smash that bell notification, go all the way up to the top and click all so you'll be notified on every single video that we post. And with that being said, hope you guys have a great day and even better tomorrow and an awesome night. And just remember, I may use all my scraps and I'm also my own cameraman. So we got to get up close and personal. I got to poke you in the ear to turn this video off. We'll see you on the next video. Have a super, super great day.